In this live martial arts training video, you're going to learn how to use the nunchucks, nunchaku, whatever it is you want to call them. Grab them by the middle of one of the sticks. You're going to have the string or the chain side that's coming out from your thumb. Turn your palm up so it's facing the sky, and you're going to crank it forward. Just making a small circular motion to get this orbital spin, spinning to the outside of your body. Start in either hand. It doesn't really matter. If you have two, you can do two at once. But you're going to spin your nunchucks for about 30 seconds in the hand with the palm facing the sky, and then turn your palm over to the ground. You're going to do the same thing on this side. Turning for about 30 seconds. Then turn your palm up again. Do it for about half as much time. Starting to get the blood into the joint. You want to lubricate the joint, stay safe from injury. You're also building strength in your grip. Turn your palm over. Same thing forward. If you like working with nunchucks, give me a thumbs up. If you like to do martial arts, thumbs up. And then you're going to go up and down. W9 UFOs, good to see you. Hello, Doug. Nice to see you. Over and back. You're just making a figure eight motion. You want to learn how to use nunchucks. As a beginner, intermediate, doesn't really matter. Hello, Matthew. You've got to start with the basics. After you've done this for 30 seconds, put it into the other hand. And again, it's palm facing the sky. The string of the chain will come out of your thumb. I'm going to lower the camera just a little bit. I can see we have it on a turning base here. You see I'm just putting the small tripod, and we're just on the bag. Hi, Bob, it's good to see you. Palm faces the sky, just cranking it around. If you would, give me a thumbs up. Help me grow this channel. You see the picture of Muhammad Ali in the lobby out there. That was here when we moved in. I just like it so much. Just leave it there. Palm facing the ground. Go to the inside and across your body. Do this for about 30 seconds. And you can see these small turning motion activates the muscles in your forearm. And you're going to do palm facing up. Do it a little bit less, maybe 15 seconds, about half as much. Palm faces down. And then you just put that together, up and down. You're carving a sideways figure eight with your thumb. Double thumbs up. Thank you, W9 UFO. I appreciate that. Just going over and back, side to side, slow as smooth, smooth as fast, especially when it comes to working with the nunchucks. You want to take your time, learn how to use them well, build your skill set, build your different tricks. Then you're going to put it back into the first hand. We're going to reverse everything. You're pulling it around and it comes towards you. That's how you get it into a reverse orbital. So before you were going forward, now you're simply coming back. 30 seconds here. Activate the muscles in the forearm and your grip. Turn your palm over, pulling it in, 30 seconds, inner orbital, and then go back out. Do that for half as much. Bring it over. And then you're going to pull it from side to side in that reverse spin. And on all of these moves, you can either do it from here for maximum power and leverage. You can do it for here to practice your tricks. When you start to do more tricks, you're more in the middle. Or you can do it here when you're at the end. That's when you have the fastest speed. So that when you come, just hit the camera, come back and forth. If you're holding it right here, it's a very small wrist motion. If you're holding more in the middle, you're going to have to turn over a little bit more. If you're holding here on the end, you want to make it almost like you're fighting with a collie stick or an eskrima stick and try to get the bend out of the chucks in the middle. But more about that later. Now, in the right hand, you do the same thing in the left hand, reverse, reverse, and then put it together. After that, in the right hand, I want you to hold it at the very end, and you're going to go down and up. And your goal here, let me make sure I don't hit anything. Your goal here is to practice a downward strike, striking for self-defense. You're also just coming up and down, getting some blood into the shoulders, into the elbow, and then from your shoulder to your hip, coming across the body at just diagonal, fighting with your nunchuck, and then horizontal strikes coming through and back. Your palm goes up, and your palm turns over as it comes across. Then put that together. Do an upward vertical strike, downward diagonal strike, and then opening across the body, that horizontal strike. Put those together so that you make a right triangle, also known as the Bruce Lee triangle with nunchucks. Put your foot forward of the hand that's holding it. This is my right hand. My right foot goes forward. I'm just practicing that over and over for 30 seconds. I throw it in the other hand. And the nice thing is 30 seconds with these are heavy. So 30 seconds gives my wrists a pretty good warm up and workout using these nunchucks. I'm going down and up, and then I'm going over and back, shoulder to hip, opposite, just like a seat belt coming across your body, and then horizontal. So coming across at the end, the hand turns up, coming over, the hand starts over, turns over on the way back and forth, and then putting those together. After 30 seconds here, you're gonna go up. So this is just going straight back, and I'm gonna point my thumb to the ground, and I wanna keep it straight up and down. I wanna keep it vertical. I'm gonna reach across in front of my body, take it in this hand, and then let this one go, and whip it over here. That's the diagonal strike coming up. So I'm striking, I'm over here, there it is, and I'm gonna bring it over, hand to hand. Notice that my hand is naturally adjusting to the middle of the chuck so that I can be closer and closer. Doug asked, what's the most efficient self-defense strike with the chucks, if there is one? I think your horizontal strikes are gonna be best for not having a bounce back and smash your hand, Doug. Vertical, I think all of your basic strikes are most effective when you hold it here and not here and not here. If you hold it here and you hit something, it's gonna smash your knuckles, or if you miss, it comes through. If you hit it here, if you miss and you've done it right, it'll come back and hit itself, but not your hand. So these basic strikes, using it almost the same way that you would use it as a collie stick or a screamer stick, I think those are the best strikes for self-defense, Doug. That's my personal opinion. All right, so I want you to come cross your body in the front. I'll show you from the side. Show you from the back. See how it's just up and down so that it hangs like this? If I turn it this way, it hits my back. If I turn it this way, it's too far out. So you want it to just be here. And it's a real simple motion, hand to hand, slow as smooth, smooth as fast. And then when you're ready, this is still beginner move, you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna go across the body with that strike, and then turn and point that straight up. If it hits your nose, try to get your nose out of the way. But point it straight up, and it shouldn't hit your nose. It should go right into your hand. If you look, my hand's here. As long as wait a minute, there we go. So I put my hand here, open this one. It's super simple. It's not easy because there's a fear factor involved, but as soon as you trust yourself and you make sure that you're pointing straight up, now just like the other one, if I point at an angle, it's gonna hit me in the head. So don't point at an angle across your back. Point straight up. There it is. Wherever you point this, that's where the other one goes. So go across your body to the front. And then if you want to get fancy, add a spin, an orbital or two. That makes it look better. Add a figure eight. There it is. Do an orbital, figure eight, a couple orbitals, figure eight. And then it looks like, just like if you go down, you can add all these spins. Add a couple spins. And it's just basic spins. You know how to spin. That's the orbital. You just add that to bringing it up. And then add that and bring it up. Now, go to this position so that your elbow is bent at a 90-degree angle and go to the front and the back of your upper arm. Once you come to the front, close your elbow, pinching against your body, squeezing here, tension, 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 and then release. So from here, do one, catch it on the second one, and then release. One, orbital, from here, catch it, bam, pop, catch it, orbital first. My hands are doing their own thing today. Mix it up, do a spin, figure eight, orbital, spin, pop, bring it around, bring it around, bring it around, orbital, front and back of the arm, catch it, and pop. That way you're just taking the simple basic moves one at a time that you've mastered in this beginner series, how to use your nunchucks like a beginner, or how to use your nunchucks as a beginner, and then you just build onto them. But if you don't try it, you'll never figure it out. Always start here. Anytime you want to go from one trick into another trick and you don't know how to do it, come back out here to give yourself time to think. Figure eight, time to think. Upper arm, catch, pop, time to think. I just went in reverse because I pulled it out. And then hand transfer. Now I'm over here, time to think. Upper arm, catch it, pop, figure eight, time to think, hand to hand. Those are some basic moves, but add this orbital in as a kind of a pause, and then if you get into ha, you start screaming in like a banshee, high pitch, get real close to the camera, ha, and then you look like Bruce Lee while you're doing the Bruce Lee orbital because it's just a basic move. But that's time to think. Okay, figure eight. Time to think. Front and back, catch, pop, boom, hand to hand. Time to think. Add that in. Play around with that pause motion, that outer orbital, and see. And then finish like this. You're gonna hold your hand here, you're gonna swing it up and catch it. All you're doing is you swing it up, open your hand, catch it. Drop the other stick, swing it up, open your hand, catch it, drop the first stick. So you're practicing from here to here, just over and over. Because if you do all these cool things, you're going hand to hand, hit yourself, hand to hand, Bruce Lee, catch it, boom. You want to pop it back like that to close it and not just go like that. So practice that. You guys have been awesome. I'll see you in a little bit. I have to go teach a bunch of kids how to defend themselves. You guys have been awesome. Thank you.